Bushcraft 412, and today I'm piggybacking my previous video on cheap ammo with this video on shotgun ammunition for SHTF planning. I did a lot of research on this one, looking at what people were using for guns and ammo, and looking what's out there on YouTube. And what I'm trying to do with this video is fill in some of the gaps in the knowledge, because in reality, a lot of people tend to focus on battle rifles and home defense rather than SHTF planning for hunting and sustainability. And I was not able to find any videos on shotgun ammos, particularly anything geared towards any beginner who may not even own a gun and is looking to start their prepping. So this video is for you guys who are just starting out. I did do a video previously, and check it out on my channel, about what guns you should own for beginner SHTF planning. And one of those guns in there was the 12 gauge shotgun. Now, in my opinion, the 12 gauge is the best gun to have for your prepping and planning for any kind of disaster or anything along those lines. I think it's the best thing to own. I do have to kind of give a warning here. I guess I'm going to be preaching a little bit, but I see a lot of guys on their videos have these nice tactical shotguns. And the tactical shotguns are great. They serve their purpose for home defense, but they are not good hunting shotguns. I know, yes, all the tactical stuff is really popular right now, and everyone's going crazy over it, and, you know, it's the cool thing to own a tactical shotgun, but it's not what I want. I don't think I'd ever buy a tactical shotgun, because a tactical shotgun will not serve good as a hunting gun, but a hunting gun will serve great as a home defense gun. So your hunting shotgun is going to have a lot better versatility than that tactical one. And, you know, okay, for the beginners, let's just start out. Your shotguns have a barrel, and the barrel can come in many different ways. You can get a smooth barrel, which basically is just a nice, smooth bore. No rifling, no twists, no nothing. And that's primarily used for plain slugs or birdshot. Accuracy is not the greatest, and with those shotguns you can also get a choke, which is basically a metal insert that goes into the end of the barrel. Not all of them have this. You have to check to make sure the gun has this, but the chokes reduce the bore for certain purposes. They have a full choke, which is basically like wide open. They have a modified, which is a little smaller, an improved, smaller, and a full choke and a turkey choke. And the full and the turkey are meant to keep your shot, your bird shot, tight when you shoot, so you can get further distances and shoot 30, 40, 50 yards with bird shot and still hit things. So when you buy that hunting rifle, if you get one that accepts different chokes, you have versatility in that you can fire deer slugs, you can fire shot, and you can, you know, use the modified if you're going to be hunting for squirrel or rabbit or something like that. But if you want to hunt for turkey and use turkey shot, you can get an extra full turkey choke. Or if you're hunting for bird, you can get, you know, a full choke. That versatility is amazing. You know, if you're really worried about it, buy yourself a nice hunting shotgun and, you know, sand down the wood stock and paint it black, or do whatever. You know, if you're really worried about the looks and you want it to look good, you know, do what you got to do to modify the color, you know. But I think you want that versatility. And your tactical shotguns, you're not going to be able to put a choke in them. You're not going to be able to do those things. So I really strongly believe get a shotgun that's geared towards hunting, that accepts chokes, and that you can also, you know, you can use it for home defense, no big deal. So let's talk about the ammo, because I guess now that I'm done preaching, the ammo is what makes the shotgun the most versatile SHTF gun there is. A rifle can only shoot a bullet. A pistol can only shoot a bullet. I know some pistols do have a little shot, but it's not that great for hunting. The shotgun can shoot everything. I have a Mossberg 500, and it comes with two barrels, and it's actually really easy to change. You just unscrew the cap on the end of the tube, and it comes out, switches over in about 20 seconds. I have one barrel which is rifled, which is meant for slugs only, and I use the the sabot slugs in there. And then I have another one which is a smooth bore, which accepts a choke. And in that I can shoot your normal deer slugs, buckshot, turkey shot, regular game loads, and bird loads. Luckily my rifle barrel is ready for, it actually has a scope on it. It's set up for a scope, so actually it's a very nice gun up to about 100 yards. I shoot 100 yards with the sabot slugs. We'll start there since we're already on the topic. Sabot slugs, which are these right here, they are a deer, like a shotgun slug, but it looks like any other rifle round. It's a copper jacket. Normal deer slugs are just like a big wad of lead that's in a shotgun shell. These look like a real nice copper jacketed bullet, and what they have is a plastic. The sabot is actually a word for the plastic. It's a plastic covering that kind of is like a wadding that goes around them and goes down the barrel with them as you shoot. It provides for better accuracy, and plus being the bullet is shaped like a rifle bullet, you get much better ballistics out of it. However, you can't really, I'm sure you can, but you're probably not good for your rifle. You're not supposed to use these in a smooth bore, because these actually, it's a rifle barrel, and this is a round that obtains spin through the rifling, and it's specifically designed one for the other. But these are great. They're really expensive. These are normally like $14-15 a box for 5, so you're looking at like $3 a bullet. But accuracy wise, you can take these out and at 100 yards be hitting 2 MOA, 2-inch groups at 100 yards with these, which is nice because it really expands your hunting long range when you have a shotgun. So having a shotgun that can do, that has a rifle barrel and a smooth barrel really can make your life a lot easier and give you a lot more versatility. We'll move on to the regular. Next, now my gun can accept 3-inch slugs and 2 3/4. This one here is a 3-inch. It's a rifled slug, meaning the slug has rifling on it, which gives it a little spin and it's supposed to improve accuracy, but I don't see it, in my opinion, this one's a 2 3/4. Same thing, but just a little smaller, less powerful. Here's another 3-inch. I have a million of these. When these are on sale, I buy these up any chance I get. I've got probably maybe 100 rounds stashed away. But mine is nice in that it can accept 2 3/4 and 3. My personal opinion is these are only good for about 50 yards. They drop really fast. I think they actually have a ballistic chart on them. Yep, they have a ballistic chart on them. Let's see if I can get this to focus. There we go. So as you can see, at 100 yards, they're dropping almost 5 inches. They drop really quick. You can shoot them 100 yards, but they drop like a rock. Once you hit 100 yards, and are not the most reliable. The sabots have a much better ballistic path, but they're great. And the thing is that you can get these on sale usually for $3-4. I pick them up whenever I see them on sale, and I have a nice stockpile. So, if an SHTF situation ever happens, I have 100 deer slugs. I think 50 or 60 sabot slugs, and then we're gonna get into the rest here. Buckshot. I guess I have a freaky weird thing for buckshot. I keep a ton of buckshot. This is, for new people, buckshot is basically, it's not bird shot, it's not little tiny shot, it's big pieces of shot in a shotgun shell. And this is number 4 buck. I love number 4 buck. It has, as you can see, 27 pellets in it. So they're smaller in size. But they're way bigger than your bird shot, which might have hundreds of pellets. Number 4 buck, if you've ever shot anything with number 4 buck, like a watermelon or a water jug, very devastating. And plus, according to the little chart here, it says you can hunt deer with number 4 buck. I would not. I think it would kind of be a little inhumane, but in SHTF, whatever goes, goes. But I think this is a great self-defense round. After seeing what this does to wood and things like sheets of metal and water jugs and pumpkins and things like that, this stuff destroys whatever it touches. Great home defense round. This would also make a great round for hunting bigger game. Good to have. I get these for, I think, for maybe $3.99. I've got a stockpile maybe of about 50, 75 rounds just of this. And your buck comes in different sizes. There's a little chart here you can see. Not going to focus for me, but you know, it usually comes in a number 4, number 3, number 2, number 1, and there's double lot, triple lot buck, and you see black bear can be hunted with triple lot and double lot buck and single lot buck. Although I wouldn't use buckshot to hunt a bear, I just would be concerned it wouldn't do the job. It's illegal in New York anyway to hunt with buckshot, but I keep it mostly for home defense and SHTF. Triple lot and double lot buck are much bigger. There might be 7 or 8 pellets in there. So you're looking at bullets that are close to the size of a 22 or bigger, shooting 7 or 8 of them in an animal at a given time. I mean, they're really, you know, if you haven't played around with buckshot, go to the store, pick up a couple boxes and buy a couple pumpkins or watermelons and have at it with them. And when you see the damage they do, you will want these in your stockpile. Turkey. SHTF situation, turkey shot is not a bad idea. Turkey shot comes in all different varieties and costs. This is about $10 a box, Winchester. This was a like $4.99 internet special I got. It'll probably do the job just as good, but when building up my stockpile, and I've got, I think, about 4 or 5 of these and maybe 2 or 3 of these. Not a ton, but I do keep it around. I do some, I don't do a lot of turkey hunting, very rarely turkey hunt, but I really do like having it in my stockpile. It's, I don't know, I guess it just makes me feel better knowing I got some if I need it. Regular game loads. This is just plain old bird shot, target load, whatever. They come with a number. You know, the smaller, or the higher the number, the smaller the shot. Usually if you're hunting small game, you use 8 or 6. Turkey is actually usually like number 5 shot. You can get it down to like, you can get it down to different varieties. 8 is great for squirrel, rabbit, small birds, things like that. Great for target shooting. It also makes for a good self-defense round if you want a non-lethal option. Not to say this is non-lethal. This may kill you if you get shot with this, but if you shoot someone at a distance with this, you're likely just going to fill them with hundreds of little tiny little pieces of lead that are going to make them really mad. But you can use it as a less than lethal option, a warning shot, you know, that you don't have to worry about over penetrating or hurting other people or neighbors. But I keep, I got 3 right here. These are the 3 I just bought yesterday. But I have probably about 20 boxes in my stockpile. So you're looking at, and those have about 20 rounds apiece. So you're looking at 400 or 500 of these. You never see, when you look at videos on YouTube, nobody is ever storing birdshot. Everyone's storing their 223, 7.62. Everybody stores all that ammo, but no one ever stores birdshot. If there's a real SHTF situation, home defense is not your only concern. You really need to be able to get out and hunt and get food. And if you're going to do that, birdshot is the most economic and easy way to do it. I mean, in reality, you can go out and squirrel hunt and rabbit hunt and get a lot of food. And, you know, when you have birdshot, you have versatility. You can hunt birds, rabbits, small game, you know, anything that's small enough to shoot with this, you can get it. You know, going out in a rifle and just looking for deer is kind of silly. Why not go out with the birdshot and then have a couple of these in your pocket, you know? I mean, it's illegal, you know, normal situation, but SHTF, you can switch over between the 2 of them and you have a lot of versatility in your hunting system rather than being out with a rifle and limited to big game only. So I think part of your system, it really needs to be versatility, having the ability to hunt for multiple things. And I think the best way to do that is, of course, a shotgun, but also having a lot of birdshot on hand, because I think in an SHTF situation, you're going to have a million people in the woods hunting for deer and big game, and you could be that guy out there hunting for small game who is successful, rather than those people out there kind of tripping over each other. Another option, you can get steel birdshot meant for bigger birds, ducks, geese, and whatnot. Originally, most places you have to use steel. In New York State, you have to use steel if you're hunting for bird, because they don't want the lead from this shot getting into the water system. This is number 2, which is a really heavy shot. This is like a higher velocity, expensive. This was in the neighborhood of like 14 bucks. Very expensive stuff. I only have 2 or 3 of these. But I do not go bird hunting. I do not hunt for duck or geese. This is only for SHTF. I figure I want it. Bad situation happens and I do need to start hunting for my food. Like I said before, I want that versatility to be able to hunt big game, small game, birds, anything that comes across my path I want to be able to hunt for. So in my preparations, I keep a little bit of everything. So there it is. The versatility of the shotgun is amazing. You know, this, I can switch out chokes in the field if I'm hunting and I see a bunch of geese going over. I can throw in my choke. All it takes is a little wrench, which is just a little flat piece of metal. Put in my full choke, switch over to this. I can be getting birds. Birds go away, there's squirrels. I can take out that choke, put in the modified or none, hunt that. I run across a deer, blam, I can throw that in. Turkey, whatever. I can hunt pretty much anything with the 12 gauge. That versatility is really understated on YouTube. People are not, you know, part of the problem is that the tactical stuff is so popular, people oversee the practical stuff. And so I just wanted to put out there, when you're looking, when you're thinking, don't get caught up in the tactical craze. Buy something that's practical. And I just wanted to do a shout out. This video is actually came about because of a couple private messages I got. I have a couple guys who are basically own no guns and who sent private messages asking about my gun video and what I'd recommend for the first gun. And every one of them I said, get the 12 gauge first. 12 gauge first, rifle second. And it got me to thinking, and then I went on YouTube and started looking up about SHTF planning and shotguns and shotgun ammunition and the difference between them, and there was nothing, so this video came into the works. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave me a message or a comment, and have a good one.